Jerusalem, a city where every stone carries a memory, every shadow hides a mystery, and every whispered prayer echoes across thousands of years. For millions, it is the heart of faith. For historians, it is the center of ancient riddles. And for the curious, it is the world's greatest treasure vault. Because beneath its shrines, behind locked vaults and hidden deep within ancient monasteries, lies a collection of holy relics, objects believed to have touched prophets, saints, and even God himself. But are these relics real? Or are they the world's most fascinating illusions? Tonight, we journey into the heart of the holy city, into chambers where cameras are forbidden, into tunnels carved before the birth of Christ, into collections protected by swords, prayers, and silence. This is the story of Jerusalem's holy relics and the war between faith and authenticity. Let's begin with the most sacred relic in all of Christianity, the true cross. According to tradition, it was discovered in the year 326 AD. Helena, mother of Emperor Constantine, arrived in Jerusalem with a mission: find the cross on which Jesus died. The story says she did. Buried beneath a pagan temple, she uncovered 3 wooden crosses. When a dying woman touched one and was miraculously healed, Helena declared it the true cross. But here's the mystery. Today, pieces of the true cross exist in dozens of churches all over the world. If you gathered all of them, you would have enough wood to build a small ship. Skeptics laugh. Believers argue that many are fakes, or that the original cross was enormous. But what does science say? In 2015, a small fragment in Jerusalem underwent radiocarbon testing. The results shocked researchers. It dated to the 1st century AD, exactly the right period. Does this prove it belonged to Jesus? No, but it makes the mystery even deeper. And deep inside the Armenian chapel of St. Helena lies what some claim is the last large piece. It has never been independently tested. Real or fake? In Jerusalem, truth is more shadow than light. Next, the spear of destiny, the weapon said to have pierced the side of Jesus during the crucifixion. Legend says that whoever possesses it cannot be defeated in battle. 3 major claimants exist today: one in Vienna, one in Armenia, and one hidden within the Vatican. But fewer people know about the Jerusalem relic, a fragment kept in the Armenian Patriarchate. It's tiny, simple, and unimpressive. But according to the monks, it comes from the original spearhead split long ago. When researchers requested to examine it, the answer was a simple no. Because in Jerusalem, a relic isn't just an artifact. It's a symbol of identity, memory, and sacred responsibility. The truth is often protected, not shared. What about the Crown of Thorns? The Gospels describe Roman soldiers placing a painful crown on Jesus' head. In the Middle Ages, the crown made its way to Paris, where it's kept today. But the story doesn't end there. Jerusalem claims 2 thorn fragments, preserved in deep chapels beneath the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But neither group allows photography or scientific testing. Instead, they call their fragments symbols of a deeper truth. And here's the fascinating part. The plant species believed to have made the crown, Ziziphus spina Christi, still grows naturally around Jerusalem today. Pilgrims find thorn branches identical to those described in the Gospels. Is it a coincidence or a sign of continuity? Now for a miracle that happens every single year, the Holy Fire. Inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, thousands gather as the Greek patriarch enters the tomb believed to be the site of Christ's resurrection. Minutes later, flames burst from his candles, flames which, believers say, do not burn for the first few seconds. To the faithful, it's proof of divine presence. To skeptics, it's a carefully executed ritual. But historical accounts are fascinating. In 1106, a Muslim chronicler described a light that descended from the heavens. And here's the mystery. In 1579, when Armenians claimed the Greeks were faking the miracle, they locked the Greek patriarch outside. He kneeled in prayer, and lightning reportedly split a column at the entrance, a flame emerging from the crack. The mark from that strike is still visible today. Miracle? Coincidence? Or something else entirely? In a quiet corner of Jerusalem, as Armenian Quarter, lies a relic known simply as the chain. Tradition says these are the very chains that bound the Apostle Peter in prison before an angel freed him. The iron links are ancient, but their age and origin are uncertain. For centuries, pilgrims have come to touch the chain, believing it carries spiritual strength. Many describe strange sensations, warmth, tingling, or a deep sense of peace. But why would Peter's chain be in Jerusalem and not Rome where he died? Unless the chains were divided, or the story is completely different from what tradition tells. In Jerusalem, history often bends. Hidden in a monastery on the outskirts of the city lies one of the most debated relics, a letter said to be written by Jesus himself. According to legend, King Abgar of Edessa wrote to Jesus asking for healing. Jesus replied with a promise, preserved in ancient Syriac script. Some scholars argue the handwriting matches the 1st century. Others say it's too perfect to be real. But no one has been allowed to test it, because to do so would destroy it. Real or symbolic, the letter remains one of Jerusalem's most haunting mysteries. Most people associate the Holy Grail with European legends of King Arthur and the Knights Templar. But Jerusalem has its own candidate. In a small Armenian chapel rests a cup believed by some to be the chalice of the Last Supper. It's simple, heavy, and made of stone. It's nothing like the golden cups from the movies, but it's exactly the kind of cup a Galilean teacher might have used. The Armenians don't claim it publicly to avoid conflict and controversy, but pilgrims who have seen it describe a strange feeling, like standing in front of something impossibly old and sacred. Is it the real Grail? The answer may be forever hidden behind those monastery walls. We've all heard of the Shroud of Turin, but did you know about the Shroud of Jerusalem? In 2002, a burial cloth was discovered in a tomb near the Old City. This shroud belonged to a man from the 1st century, but its weave pattern is completely different from the Turin Shroud. What does this mean? It means the Turin Shroud likely didn't come from this region. This discovery shook scholars. Does it disprove the Shroud of Turin? Or does it simply mean that Jesus' burial cloth was unique? Once again, the city answers with silence. And finally, the Ark of the Covenant. Jerusalem has long been central to theories about where the Ark, which held the 10 Commandments, is hidden. Some say it's beneath the Temple Mount. Others claim it was taken to Ethiopia. But recent discoveries in tunnels beneath the Old City, sealed chambers, unexplained passages, and ancient inscriptions suggest that something massive was once hidden there. Could the Ark still lie beneath Jerusalem? We may never know. Excavation beneath the Temple Mount is forbidden. If the Ark is there, it is buried beneath the most politically and religiously sensitive ground on earth. From the true cross to the Ark of the Covenant, Jerusalem is a city of secrets. Its relics challenge our understanding of history, science, and faith itself. Are they genuine artifacts that connect us to a divine past? Or are they powerful symbols created by belief that have shaped our world for millennia? Perhaps, in the end, the real treasure isn't the object itself, but the mystery it holds. For centuries, scholars, pilgrims, and skeptics have debated the relics of Jerusalem. Are they genuine artifacts from the time of Jesus, or clever forgeries created to inspire faith and attract donations? Despite the endless arguments, one thing has become certain. Not all of them are fake. Take the Church of St. Anne, for example. For a long time, the Pool of Bethesda, described in the Gospel of John as having 5 porticos, was thought to be a mere literary invention. But then, archaeologists digging near the church uncovered a pool that matched the description exactly. Suddenly, a place from the scriptures was real, tangible stone and water. Not far from there, another excavation revealed a 1st century rolling stone tomb, a perfect match for the type of tomb described in the story of the resurrection. The city is practically littered with this kind of evidence: ancient steps, mikvahs or ritual baths, old coins, and even the names of figures like Pontius Pilate found etched in stone. These discoveries build a powerful case that the world described in the Gospels was not a fantasy. The people were real, the places were authentic, the historical context is undeniable. So, this begs a fascinating question. If the places described in the Bible are real, if the historical setting has been proven by archaeology, could the relics associated with these places and people be real too? Could the fragments of wood, the pieces of cloth, and the venerated bones actually be what they claim to be? It's a possibility that's hard to ignore. The line between history and faith begins to blur, and you're left wondering just how much of the story is true. Of course, it's not that simple. For every archaeological find that supports a biblical account, there's a relic that fails the test of authenticity. Let's be honest, not everything passes the sniff test, let alone rigorous scientific examination. The history of relics is filled with fakes, forgeries, and well-intentioned misidentifications. Many famous relics, bones of apostles, splinters of the true cross, threads from Mary's veil, have been exposed as medieval creations. Think about it. During the Middle Ages, the demand for relics was enormous. Every church, monastery, and nobleman wanted a piece of the sacred to boost their prestige and draw in pilgrims. This created a thriving market, and where there's a market, there are opportunists. Scientific dating, like radiocarbon analysis, has been a game changer. It has shown that many pieces of wood claimed to be from the cross actually date to centuries after Christ. Similarly, countless bones attributed to early saints have been revealed to belong to much later individuals, or, in some comical cases, even animals. Some were simply trinkets sold to unsuspecting pilgrims, little souvenirs that, over time, gained a reputation for being the real thing. Others were hopeful interpretations. An old piece of cloth found near a holy site becomes the swaddling clothes of Jesus. An ancient nail becomes one from the crucifixion. But here's the crucial point. The existence of fake relics does not automatically erase the possibility of real ones. It's not a zero-sum game. Discovering one forgery doesn't invalidate every other artifact. It just means we have to be more discerning, more critical, and rely on a combination of science, history, and yes, even a measure of faith. Jerusalem is a city of layers, both literally and metaphorically. As archaeologists dig down, they pass through the Ottoman era, the Crusader period, the Byzantine, the Roman, and finally the world of the Second Temple. In the same way, the story of Jerusalem is layered. Forgeries lie right beside truths. Legends get mixed up with archaeology. Faith becomes inseparable from history. You can't just neatly separate them into piles of real and fake. You can't divide the spiritual from the historical. Why? Because Jerusalem is not a museum. It's not a collection of static objects behind glass. It is a living, breathing city. The faith, the stories, the rituals, they are all part of its identity, as real as the stones in the Western Wall. The city's power lies in this very mixture, this beautiful, chaotic, and profound blend of the provable and the believed. So, after this journey, after exploring fragments of the cross, thorns from a crown, chains that bound a prisoner, and the very tombs where bodies were laid to rest, we arrive at the central mystery. The big question that hangs over everything. Are the holy relics of Jerusalem real or fake? It's a simple question with a profoundly complex answer. Science can give us some clues. Carbon dating can tell us the age of wood or cloth. DNA analysis can trace the origin of bones. But science has its limits. It cannot definitively prove that a specific piece of wood was from the cross, only that it's from the right time period and region. History can help too. We can trace the provenance of a relic, following its paper trail through centuries of church records and chronicles. But records can be lost, forged, or misinterpreted. History cannot always answer completely. And then there's faith. For millions, faith is the only proof they need. The spiritual power they feel when encountering a relic is evidence enough. But faith is personal. It cannot convince a skeptic, nor can it be measured in a lab. So, where does that leave us? If science, history, and faith each provide only a partial picture, what is the real truth of these objects? Perhaps the truth is something deeper. Maybe we're asking the wrong question. Maybe the ultimate value of a relic isn't in the physical material, the wood, the iron, the cloth. Maybe its true power lies in the meaning it carries, the story it tells, and the connection it represents. Think about it. Why have these relics survived for 2 millennia, through wars, fires, and the rise and fall of empires? Maybe they survive because people need them. Because in a world that can often feel chaotic and meaningless, these objects serve as physical anchors to a story that changed the course of human history. They remind us of sacrifice, of love, of redemption. They ground something incredibly fragile, something deep inside the human heart, hope. Maybe the real question isn't, is it authentic? But what does it inspire? And the answer to that is written on the faces of the millions who come to see them. Jerusalem. It's a city of contradictions. Ancient, yet relentlessly modern. Unspeakably sacred, yet fiercely fought over. At times, it's a place of profound silence, and at others, it's endlessly, overwhelmingly loud. And at its heart lie these relics. Some are almost certainly genuine, some are doubtful, and many will forever remain a mystery. But all of them are extraordinary. They are conduits of belief, vessels of history, and focal points for the devotion of billions. Perhaps the real miracle is not whether a splinter of wood is authentic or not. Perhaps the real miracle is that these objects, real or fake, continue to inspire, comfort, and challenge millions of people after 2,000 years. In a disposable world, they endure. The stones of Jerusalem remember, the ancient streets remember, the great walls of the old city remember, and maybe, just maybe, through the faith of countless generations, the relics remember too. This has been a journey into faith, history, and the eternal mystery of the Holy City. Thanks for watching. If you found this exploration fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's greatest mysteries.